everybody. Hope you enjoyed the beautiful weekend. I am going to walk you through the lesson on hyperbole in Audens as I walked out one evening. And this is the virtual lesson for 3:30 for March 30th. So in part one, we are going to review a hyperbole. So we have a definition for you. It is exaggerated language, a description or speech that is not meant to be taken literally, but is used for emphasis. The example we have here, I have been waiting here for decades, or this bag weighs a ton. Clearly, nobody can actually stand around waiting for decades, but I would take that to mean the person is waiting for a very long time and might be kind of frustrated that they've had to wait for so long. Or this bag weighs a ton. No, your grocery bag doesn't actually weigh a ton, but clearly it's very heavy. Part two of this assignment, you are going to identify hyperboles in the poem As I Walked Out One Evening by Auden. You're going to read in a first read to get the main idea. Then the second time around, you're going to highlight all the examples you see of hyperbole. So follow along with me as we look here at the poem itself. In the little box, and you'll see my cursor go in there and I'm highlighting, it says gist. For each stanza, I want you to write down the gist, a one-sentence summary of what that particular stanza is about. So, for example, as I walked out one evening, walking down Bristol Street, the crowd upon the pavement were fields of harvest wheat. So I have to think about what the speaker is seeing. Clearly, he's walking down Bristol Street, or she is walking down Bristol Street. It's the evening. Then I have this. The crowd upon the pavement were fields of harvest wheat. If I think about a field full of wheat, I can picture lots of wheat, maybe swaying back and forth, moving with the wind, but probably a lot. Plus we have the word crowd, so I imagine there are lots of people out and about walking in the city, particularly down Bristol Street. So you're going to go through and for the next stanza, and down by the brimming river, I heard a lover sing, under an arch of the railway, love has no ending. Give me the gist. I'll love you, dear, I'll love you till China and Africa meet, and the river jumps over the mountain, and the salmon sing in the street. Give me the gist. You should start to see a lot of that hyperbole coming through. I'll love you till the ocean is folded and hung up to dry, and the 7 stars go squawking like geese about the sky. The years shall run like rabbits, for in my arms I hold the flower of the ages and the first love of the world. So you see some similes happening as well, but we're focused here on the hyperboles. But when you're doing your gist, you might want to think about what those similes are suggesting. Then here at the bottom, you have a sum it up. Overall, what do you think is happening in this poem? What is it about? Then in part 3, this is where we want you to go back and we want you to look at all of the hyperbole. So you've already, in your second read, gone through and highlighted in the poem where you see hyperbole. Question 1, what is the effect of the hyperbole in this poem? Question 2, how does the hyperbole add to the main idea or the message? Okay, so why in this particular instance is the poet using all this exaggeration, all of this hyperbole to get this message across? You're going to listen in the third question to the poem be read aloud by a poet named Dylan Thomas, and we'll look at some of his stuff later this week. So after listening to the poem, it's different, of course, hearing someone else read it than it is hearing it in your own head as you read. What new ideas or connections or realizations did you have while listening? Right? So did you pick up on maybe something that Thomas emphasized, or the way he paused or read something quickly or slowly? Is there anything that he put emphasis on that you felt like changed the meaning of the poem for you? How did your perception of the poem change after listening to Dylan Thomas read the poem? So that will take you through the lesson today, and we look forward to seeing your answers. Bye.